I love you. Yeah. This one's a good microphone. Hey, hey, hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Hey, hey, hey. Do you guys remember that? Hillary Duff? Loved it. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is SmokedAlive, and today we're doing a Morphe brush review. So if you're interested in some Morphe brushes, then just keep watching. So all of the Morphe brushes that I got are actually natural haired bristles. So if you do not know what that means, natural hair bristles are real hair. So they're going to be like squirrel or goat hair, things like that. And synthetic brushes are actually like a plastic fiber, and those are going to be really good for liquids and creams, when the natural hair brushes are going to be really good for eyeshadows and pigments. Just so you guys know the difference, let's get into the video. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just read exactly what the Morphe website says about these brushes, and then I'm going to tell you what I use them for. Okay, so this is the M514 Detailed Round Blender. What the website says is a fabulous tool to add warmth to your skin that is natural looking, flawless, perfectly shaped to define the forehead and cheekbones with your favorite bronzer. Do you see how small this is? Like, what? I don't know why you would use this for bronzer. To me, it is way too small. Maybe if you're like contouring under the chin or something, or bronzing up, contouring the nose, but other than that, I don't really know what you'd use this for. Maybe you need to be kind of like an editorial makeup artist, but what I personally use this for is detailed blending. It is going to be really good for the smoky wings, really defining that crease, getting up there and smoking out the lower lash line. It is amazing for that. Very, very detailed. This is a natural goat hair brush, and it runs for $5.99. Moving on. So this brush is the M507 Pointed Mini Blender. It is so itty bitty, and I really love this guy. So this bristle type is actually called Sable, which I looked it up, and it sounds like it's kind of a mix of hairs like squirrel and stuff, but it's just a little bit less expensive and less nice than the goat hair. So this one also runs for $5.99. So what I use this for is detailed blending. It's also really good for the Cupid bow highlight. If you really want to get really detailed, you could go down the bridge. But I use this for like a cut crease. Again, smoky wing, really detailed inner corner. Anything that is small and detailed and you want to have it very precise, this is what I'm going to use this brush for. I have noticed with the Sable hair brushes, they are very fragile. I washed it once and it started, like, the hair started coming up. I don't know if you can even, you probably can't see this. But there's some hair sticking out and fraying. So this one does fray a little bit, but again, $5.99. It works amazing and blends amazing. I think it's still worth the money, but just watch out for that. This is the M506 Tapered Mini Blender. So this one is basically the sister of the M507. So this one is a lot bigger. Let me actually grab it. So if you can see, I'll do a close-up. You can see it's big little sister. So this one is a lot more rounded. Sorry, let me make sure I'm talking about the right one. Yes. So the 06 is a lot more rounded than the 07. The 07 has a really tapered, pointy tip. This one's a little bit more round. So this one's going to be good for really any detail blending. Again, my whole point to buying these brushes was so I had a lot of detailed blending brushes, so I could do wings and cut creases and things like that, because I'm not good at that and I really wanted to get brushes that would help me. This one is also Sable hair, and it is $5.99. It's basically the same brush but just a little bit bigger. This one is the M412, and this is a deluxe pointed tapered blender. So this one again runs for $5.99, and it is Sable hair. So what I like this for is smoky eyes. It has this nice pointed tip at the top that you can get right in that crease like perfectly, but it blends it out and it gives this really nice airbrush finish, and I think it's perfect for just blending out but still being precise. It's a lot different than like the MAC 217. It's going to be different than that. This is going to give you a lot more definition, but it's going to airbrush everything. It's bomb. Oh, and that one runs for $5.99. Next we have the M139 Tapered Crease Blender. So this is very similar to the other one, but it is smaller in length, and it is also fatter and a little bit less pointed at the tip. But it basically does the same thing. It's really good for blending, it's good for crease work and smoky eyes, but I don't know, it's just different, but it's kind of the same. Works for inner corner highlight. Really anything you want this to be, it will work. Oh, forgot. This one is also Sable hair, just like the other one, and this one runs for $2.99. Not really sure why it is cheaper. I'm wondering if it's because it has a shorter handle. I don't know. Next we have the M501. This is a lot bigger and a lot fluffier. This is still an eye brush, I think. It doesn't actually say on the Morphe website. This one does run for $7.99, and the bristles are Sable again. So this one has like insane blending powers. I know it's really big, but I used it for a smoky eye just because I was like, I want to see just how well I can blend this. Oh my gosh, it's like the most airbrush finish, and it covers your lid in like 3 seconds, but it's just beautiful. Like, I don't know. This one is bomb. Another one you can use it for is your under eye area, whisking away all that baking, and it's also really good for highlighting everywhere. Gives you really nice definition, really particular and precise, but yet still airbrushy. So this one's awesome. If you do not have this one, I would really recommend it. Really recommend it because it's a very versatile, multi-purpose tasking brush. I just spit. Next we have the M438 Pointed Contour. So I actually specifically bought this for under eye powder, which it works amazing for that, and that's what I've been using it for. But I read online that it was a pointed contour, and I was like, oh, what? What? And do you see that? Oh my gosh. So I use a regular angled brush from MAC. I think the 86 or something, 186, I can't remember. But anyway, I used that, and then I put a darker color right on the tip of this and just went right in, and it gave me the most precise blended out contour ever, and it took me like 2 seconds. I know that I'm going to love this for contour, and I'm so excited to try it without any other brush and just strictly use this because, girl, my cheekbones never look this good. And this one runs for $9.99. This is the M500 Deluxe Pointed Blender. I got this because of Jaclyn Hill, and I don't actually think she uses this one, but I thought she did. But anyway, I love this. It is so freaking incredible for highlight. Oh my gosh. So it expands highlights so well, like it blows my mind. Like I wipe it on and it's this beautiful like sheen. It's nice and expanded and dusted. It's gorgeous. And I actually got this because I thought Jaclyn Hill used it for her highlight. Maybe she does. I could be tripping that it was not this one. But girl, the highlight, especially for your forehead, woo, so good. This brush is Sable hair, and it runs for, ooh, I got hair everywhere. This brush is Sable hair, and it is $8.99. And also, this is really good for dusting powder too if you have baking on, but it's also really good for blush. I think it would be really good for like an overlayer over top of your blush, like to grab a little bit of highlight or a shimmering blush just to overlay. I feel like it would dust it on beautifully. Next, I have the Morphe M433 brush. So this is basically a dupe for the MAC 217. It is literally the same brush. It is a little bit longer, like the actual handle, but the actual brush part is so similar. It's insane. It literally works just as well as a MAC 217. It gives the same purpose, lower lash line, defining the crease, all of that. It's just pretty good. This one is specifically goat hair and it runs for $5.99. And the Morphe brush website says, eyeshadow will not look its best unless it's blended, and this brush is so fluffy and rounded to seamlessly create the look that you're going for. I fully agree. It is fluffy and dense enough to pretty much do everything. I could own like 50 of these and 50 MAC 217s. I can literally do an entire eye look with this one brush. I'm obsessed with this. If you do not own a MAC 217 or a M433, you need to get one because you will be able to do so much more. It's going to broaden your makeup skills. Okay? Last but not least, it is the E39. This is a tiny itty bitty baby lip brush. I did use this and it works really good. It's actually funny because I never owned a lip brush. Ever. And I kept telling my husband, I'm like, I need a lip brush. I need a lip brush because I suck at doing lipstick actually. And he got me one for my birthday. And I really, really like this one. It's actually very round, but here's the problem. I looked it up today and apparently they discontinued all of the Elite brushes. So you cannot get this anymore. So I would look into some of their other lip brushes or their new Elite collection and see if they have this. It's like, I couldn't even figure out what it was called because, or what they called it, like if it was a round lip brush or whatever. Because they don't have it anymore. But I really like it. If you need a cheap lip brush, I'm pretty sure this is like $2.99. Go get one on Morphe. Okay? Okay. So, would I recommend the Morphe brushes? Absolutely. I do have the gunmetal line. Like I said, these ones can fray a little bit more, but I have not noticed any fraying in the gunmetal line. So I'm wondering if it's the goat hair and the Sable hair that's just a little bit more fragile. Absolutely 100% recommend them. They're so cheap. They're so worth the money. They work just as well as MAC brushes, just as well as Sigma, Sedona Lace, anything like that. Makeup Forever, Sephora. They are bomb brushes. They're cheap. Just so you know, this is not sponsored. They do not care about me. They do not know me. Although I wish they did. But they don't. So, just so you guys know, this is generally my honest opinions on these brushes. Fully recommend them. I recommend all of them. I think you need all of them. If you are someone that is not very good at cut creases, wing liners, things like that, these specific brushes are really going to help you for detailed, pointed, perfection work. That's why I got them, and they have really been helping me to do this. Like, I did this wing free-handed, which I can never do, and it's because of these pointed brushes. So, that is it for the review. I really hope you enjoyed this video. My hair, man. When it's curly, I just want to play with it. So, anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys next week.